started when I was 10 years old. Little street, 2-strokes, Yamahas. I never rode the British bikes. I didn't like them. I liked to ride, not fix them at that time. Well, this was my first trip here, and I met Glen at a racetrack in Albuquerque, and he called me up about a month later and said, would you like to come and wrench for me at Pikes Peak? And I've always been one of those people that is interested in events that you would call, I suppose the word is icon, and this is one of the major events of motorcycling or for gearheads on the planet. I've heard about it since I was a kid, and I made it here. This has been such an amazing adventure. I have met people that I have read about, thought were gods since I was a kid, and stood and talked with them. You go up this mountain and you become a part of this brotherhood, whether you are a rider, a mechanic, a team manager, whatever it is. Next year I come back with a bike myself. I am a racer, but primarily I'm a professional mechanic. I make my living in a dealership. Anything to do with racing motorcycles is expensive. Whether you are here to do this or whether you're here to ride it, whether you own the team, it's a very expensive sport. And it returns to you something, a spirit in your heart that there's very few things on this planet left that can do that for you. So right now I am flying at high altitude in my spirit, and I have had such a fantastic, awesome time. I don't know how long it's going to be before I come down. This machine that we have here is a very, very special bike, and to have babied it and made it better, and to play with it every day, and to see it being ridden by, you know, somebody that has a great spirit too. It's just a wonderful, beautiful thing. We're going to take this sprocket off, which is a slightly smaller one, which gives more top speed, and we're going to put on a bigger sprocket so that we can have more acceleration. This track is more about acceleration than it is about top speed. Glen was having some problems up on the top part where it's really, really tight on the asphalt, and he was having to slip the clutch a lot, which is not a good thing for the clutch. So we're putting on a bigger back sprocket, which will give us more acceleration in the lower gears, so he doesn't have to slip the clutch so much, which, you know, is not a good thing for it. We have a slipper clutch in it, and it's a very, very expensive item, and we don't want to damage it, and slipping it a lot is not a good thing for it. So we're going to a bigger back sprocket, which makes the bike jump out off the corners in the first low gears, in the low gears. And unfortunately, the chain that we have on now will not allow us to put that sprocket on, so we're having to not only change the sprocket, but we're also having to change the chain. We went up bigger from the stock sprocket, which this motorcycle without a fairing is capable of about 140 miles an hour with the power it has, until you hit an aerodynamic wall. The machine, we went up a number of teeth, but it still is not enough for what we're doing up here. We thought it would be, but you know, until this is the first time Glen has ridden this big bike. He's been riding the 750 class up until now, and now he's in the 1200 class, so it's a learning experience for him too. He's a great rider, a great man. Really excited to be here with him. Couldn't have asked for a better person to come up with. And you know, we're experimenting a little bit, and hopefully we'll be back with it next year, and we'll have it a little more dialed in. We'll hopefully have more power. We've done a lot of work to this bike. It has an aftermarket exhaust system on it that is incredibly light, which has lightened it up. It's running about 130 horsepower and weighs around 380, 390 pounds. It's a phenomenal machine, KTM 990 Super Duke. There's not many of them around. and we've done the pipes, we've done the suspension, we're doing the gearing, we've added some electronic engine management accessories to it. Otherwise it's a stock engine, and next year we'll come back with some high compression pistons and some cams and stuff like that, pump it up another 10 horsepower, give him that little bit more advantage so that he can get around some of the other fast guys. As time goes by, these events are slowly being taken away, and this one I think is going to survive for a lot longer. It's now half asphalt, half dirt, and they say that you're going to pave it more. The old timers here say, you know, they've kind of taken away from it by putting an asphalt in it. But hey, it's still a mountain. You still have to charge up it like a madman. The people that run this hotel, awesome people everywhere. A fraternity, a sisterhood that it is just, you know, it gets you in your heart to see everybody coming together for a common goal, but to release from day-to-day life and to come and play. So I've been blessed. I really have been blessed. And for a gearhead, what could be better? It's just, it could bring tears to my eyes. And thank goodness I have my glasses on right now. But that's nothing to do with last night.